Hello, this is Captain Dude, and today we're going to be checking out a video from Fresh and Fit titled "We Asked What She Brings to the Table." Alright, so let's dive into the video.
So what do you bring to the table for a guy
I
that
am
earns...
the table. First of all, I am the motherfucking table. Okay? Without me, there is no table. You are here for me. You get what I'm saying? So if I'm not here, there's no motherfucking table. So you can go sit on your chair by...
So many of the girls that they bring on are so dumb. Like, they say the most ridiculous things. I am the table.
your damn self and twirl around.
Chairs are nice though.
Man.
I am the table, first of all.
Oh, I am the
So-
table. I haven't heard that one in a minute. I was actually, that's awesome. This is fucking awesome.
I'm the fucking table. But
Okay, she is the table.
no, seriously, what I bring to the table, I feel like is just like a positive mind state. Like I feel like men, they go through so much and there's really no one that they could talk to, you know? Like if you're talking to your boys, you're like, yo, you know, I'm going through this. They're like, yo, man up, take a shot, and make you like, you know, like it's demasculizing if you're talking about emotions to your friends.
Emasculating?
Demasculating. Thank you for
Emasculate.
Yes, thank you for correcting me. What was the term?
Emasculate him.
Absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate that. But it is, you know, so for men, I feel like it's so important to have a good woman by your side that you can talk to, that you can confide in at the end of the day. And you know what I mean? Like just kind of, you know, just be peace. Like as she mentioned earlier, like be the peace, you know? So I feel like that's
So
what
peace and confidence.
Yeah, I feel like
Merch.
yeah, get the merch ASAP, guys. Merch
Get the
is
merch,
fucking
man.
important. Make sure y'all got that merch.
It is a pretty nice shirt.
Get
It's
the
a
merch.
fucking nice shirt. Okay, I'm gonna wear it tomorrow.
Chrome
I promise.
hearts.
Chrome hearts.
Chrome hearts on ya.
Chromita. Okay, so
Okay.
but I wanted to finish, but other than that, I feel like as a man, like there shouldn't be a lot expected from your woman to bring to the table tangibly, things that you can touch. Most things that a woman would bring to the table is just something like support. You know, you come to her at the end of the night and you're like, yo, I want to do this or I want to do that. And she reminds you like, did you get that shit done today? Yeah, I got done. You know, stuff like that. Just like that kind of, like you said, only your mother could love you unconditionally. I feel like that's what in relationships we seek, a relationship that reminds us of our mother or reminds us as women of our father or our brother, because that's the type of love that we want. You know, and if there's something that was lacking in that relationship, we also seek for that too, because it was lacking at a point.
It seems like a lot of women don't understand the roles in a relationship, because in a relationship you have certain goals, and each person has their role to play that leads to achieving those goals. So for example, if your goal in the relationship is to have children and to build a family, which is the goal of most relationships, then obviously, you know, the man most of the time will be the breadwinner, you know, so he'll have the job, so he'll take care of, you know, a lot of the finances, and the woman will be the homemaker, so she'll stay at home with the children and make sure that she takes stock of what needs to be done at home. For example, if food is needed, if something is broken, then you know, tell our husband that, you know, this thing needs to be fixed. Make sure the kids they are, you know, they are well fed. Make sure they're doing their homework and all that stuff. If she's a homemaker, so whatever the woman brings to the table has to be something that helps the relationship move forward towards reaching their collective goal. So support is not something that's needed from a woman, right? A man doesn't need his woman to double check that he's got his shit together, because she should be with someone that has his shit together in the first place, someone that doesn't need to you know, to be I guess, invigilated. So the man should already have his shit together. So saying that she brings support is saying nothing, right? She needs to do what she needs to do in order to achieve whatever the relationship goal is. She doesn't need to be like a shoulder for her man to cry on, or to kind of express his feelings to. And women always say that they want, the man to be expressive about the feelings, but the truth of the matter is, like, you need to be strong in a relationship. And if you have insecurities, you need to be able to deal with those insecurities on your own, not use your woman as a crutch. uh, they say that they want the man to be expressive about the insecurities, but the reality of the matter is that they actually don't. And it's actually a bad thing if he doesn't have his shit together, and if he can't deal with his insecurities on his own. So if he needs his woman to help him deal with his problems, then he is not he's basically not fulfilling his role as a man, because one of your roles is to provide security. And how can she feel secure if you're insecure?
Time. So I don't know. I just feel like money wise, or physicality wise, there's not really much you could bring to the table, but you could be supportive, and bitch, try to cook. If you can't cook and you can't clean, then it's kind of, but as a man, especially if you're mature and you've been around and you live by yourself, which I hope you do, because I live by myself, right? You should be able to prepare yourself a meal. You should be as a human, you should be able to do anything that your partner is going to do for you. You should be able to do that for
just so I
yourself.
make sure I have this right.
Yes.
Confidence, peace, intangible assets that help him.
No, I said no tangible assets. I said the opposite. I said support.
Intangible.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
So I have a question.
My bad. I misheard you. I'm so sorry
for
about
you,
that.
Jasmine.
Yes.
How many tables are in the world?
What?
How many tables are in the world like this one? A table.
A lot.
So why is he gonna choose your table?
Oh shit. Good job, Fresh.
No. I'm just being serious here.
No, I appreciate that. There's a lot of tables. You're right. And I don't know. I just feel like it's the
Merch.
positivity. Get the merch. I feel like it's positivity. Like, there's a lot of women that, and I don't mean to like get at anybody or anything, but, can be like a headache, which I thought was a really cute answer, by the way. But like,
I'm honest.
be the peace. Be the peace, like, I feel like for me, like my greatest quality is to turn a negative situation into something positive. So if you're going through something and there's a problem, like, we could figure it out together, So I feel like, I'm not saying
So
that
he should bring your table. I mean, he should choose your table over the other table.
I'm not saying to choose anybody's table over anybody's table. Choose what suits you.
Okay.
You understand? I'm not for everybody, and that's cool. I understand that, So if somebody could deal with me, and you know what I mean, that's cool. But if you can't, then that's fine, because it's just not for us. It's not our time. It's not meant to be. And what is meant to be will happen. So,
So
I
then-
have faith in that.
All right. So
This table analogy is really bothering me. So what do you bring to the table? If you say I am the table, then you bring nothing. What do you bring to the table, right? The table represents the relationship. What do you bring to the relationship? You can't say I am the relationship. What do you bring to the relationship?
you said confidence. So you're saying like him be vulnerable with you, tell you his problems and stuff.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like, when you come home is kind of when you get to unwind. Like, for me, it's really stupid. It's funny though. Like, when we go to, like, let's say we go to a party, and we come home and we're like, yo, did you see that shit? Did you see that the girl doing it? I like that shit. I like talking about stuff after the fact,
Oh
kind of
yeah, that's
breaking it down,
conversation.
analyzing
But I'm
it.
talking about like serious issues, like maybe personal issues with like maybe work or income or
Yeah.
something like that. You want him to confide in you with that too?
I definitely feel so, because I feel like
shit, okay.
a lot of like the issues as well, like, I don't know, there's statistics on this, but like men that are divorced, there's a really high suicide rate for that. And I feel like it's just so unfair, because like, as a man,
So I definitely understand full disclosure. So if obviously if you're having like some issues with the business or some issues that will definitely affect your wife and your children, you definitely need full disclosure. You need to tell them about, well, not the children, but you need to tell your wife about those issues. So that's understandable. So informing her about the issues, yes, I agree with that. But confiding with her in terms of finding solutions to those issues, I don't think it's a burden you should be putting on your wife, because you have your responsibilities and she has her responsibilities, right? You know, finances and making sure that the family is secure as a man is your responsibility and not your wife's responsibility.
And you can't talk to no one about your problems. You go to your boys, they're like, yo, man up, bro. Da-da-da, take a shot. Man up. You know, and you always have to keep this manly man kind of thing. So I feel like with your woman, and I don't think it's being less of a man. I feel like it's actually being more of a man if you're expressing your emotions. Let's say you lost your
Yeah, I think you've seen enough of the video. So, so Fresh and Fit, they like bringing on very young women, right? So they bring on young women, early 20s, late teens, early 20s, some of them late 20s, and a lot of the older women that they do bring on are usually single, so they're unmarried. So essentially, they're only getting one perspective or two perspectives. So they're getting the perspective from women that have very little life experience and that have zero marriage experience. And then on the other side of the spectrum, they have women that have experience of failed relationships, right? So I'm saying failed relationships because if their goal was to get married, if they're in their late 30s or 40, then that means they failed in their relationships because they weren't able to get married. So that's the kind of demographic that they usually have on their shows. But what I'd like to see women that are 40, 50, 60, right? In their 40s, 50s, and 60s that have been married for 10, 15, 20, 30 years, right? Women that have been a part of successful marriages. And I want to hear from those women exactly what they did in order to stay married for that long, right? I want to hear from women that have successful marriages, because for almost a year now, we've just had the same kind of women that don't have any marriage experiences. Yes, we know that young women, they have no idea what to bring to the table in order to be a good wife and a good partner for their husbands. Most of them, they have no idea what to bring to the table. That much is obvious. So what we need to see now is older women who can tell these women exactly what they need to bring to the table in order to have a successful marriage, right? Because we've been seeing the exact same thing. Their content has been the same for essentially a year. There's been nothing different, right? People are supposed to be watching this and they're supposed to be learning about relationships. They're supposed to be learning about what they need to do in order to have successful relationships, right? So we need men that have been married for a long time, older men, and we need older women that have been married for a long time so they can tell the younger people exactly what they need to do in order to have a successful marriage. So that's what we need to see from Fresh and Fit. But I doubt we're going to see that, because essentially they're just using thirst traps, right? A lot of the girls that they bring on, they're Instagram models and they're clout chasers. So that's why most of them have like their tits out and they're basically wearing almost nothing, right? So their goal is not to teach men or teach women about how to develop and maintain successful relationships, right? They just want viewers, right? It's a trap. It's a thirst trap. So I don't think we're ever gonna see mature people on the show telling us exactly what we need to do in order to have successful marriages. I'm keeping my fingers crossed, but I definitely doubt that, looking at the pattern of guests that they've had over the past year. So yeah, Fresh and Fit, it's, I don't know, once you've watched a couple of their videos, it's like, what's even the point? What's even the point of you know, pressing the video and then watching? It's just the same thing over and over again. So it's just pointless watching them at this point. But yeah, I hope you liked the video. And if you agree with me or if you disagree with me, please leave a comment, please leave a like, and yeah, I'm interested in hearing your perspective. All right, so this is Captain Dude signing out.